Howdy peeps. I was talking to, as you know, I've got the Kawasaki Vulcan 900 fuel injected jobby. I was riding it, and it's fairly grundy. It was all right, sort of thing, and but the trouble is when you give it a rev, it hesitated before it would, rev, and I thought, oh yeah, must be just it. Anyway, what it is, I found out off the local Kawasaki dealer. One of the guys I know over there had one, and he said what you do is. The pipes on the 900 under the shrouds are actually, a 20-cent piece size, tiny, well, even probably smaller, and got loads of back pressure and so it's sort of restricting it. He said what you do is get a rod and belt up the up inside the exhaust pipes on both pipes. And there's 2 or 3 blocks in there. You knock all them out, and it makes it breathe better. Well, ages ago, before I done that, to make it a bit louder, I popped the back blocks off it. It's got a couple of covers on it, and I drilled 3 holes about centimetre and a half, I suppose, so 1.5 centimetres around it, and to give it a bit more note. And then I thought, well, I don't sort of like taking away from how it looks, so I put the plates back on. It was okay. I'd actually knocked out one of the first baffles, but the guy over there told me, well, there's another 2 or 3 up there, so keep bashing. So I belted the blockages out of the pipe, and he said also, those quackers are restricted in the airbox. They don't breathe, and they can't breathe. They just can't get the air in. So what I did was, he told me to drill a 20-cent, I don't know what you call it, 3 or 4 centimetre hole in the back of the airbox, and he said it's black and white. It'll make the bike go twice as hard as it did before. So I thought, well, it's only an airbox. I can buy another airbox, and it's not going to destroy it or anything if it wasn't right. So anyway, what I did was, I don't know whether you can see that or not, but in on the airbox down there, I drilled 3 holes in the front of the airbox, because I figured if you put it in the back, you would bloody get hot air off the pot. So I'm figuring, the exhaust pipes there, I suppose, too, but I put them there anyway to get the cooler air. And unbelievable. Well, I'll turn it on and give you a listen. It breathes really well now. I reckon it used to have 50 horsepower. I reckon it's got 100 now. It'd keep up with that 1100 probably for half a click, I suppose. It'd beat it. It is quick off the mark. It's friggin' unbelievable. It was black and white. The power is absolutely black and white. If you have got one of these, I suggest you do the same thing to it. Bloody fantastic. Anyway, I'll give you a listen. I'll just let it warm up a bit. There it goes. Close down. As you can hear, it's got a wicked note, a wicked crackle on it now, and I'll just turn my screen back around hang on that, so I can see what I'm looking at. It's got a total wicked note on it now. Like I was pulling that throttle quick back, it's responsive as shit. Anyone who has got one, I'd say don't worry about buying aftermarket pipes, waste the money, just get a rod and belt right down the centre of that bloody exhaust pipes, and then cut a hole in your airbox like that, and I guarantee you it'll give you another 50 horsepower. It is quick. It is ridiculously quick now. Like quick, you give it a grunt, and the thing starts to mono. That's how much extra snot it's got. It's just ridiculous. Totally incredible. And you know, it's modifications you can do to it that's not going to make the bike look horrible or whatever else. It just makes it go better, way better. In actual fact, it went that good. Before I used to take it out the road and do me 100 Ks and whatever else. Now I give it the gun and went out the road doing me 100 Ks, and it had that much pull on it that it's pulled me saddlebags out from under the seat where I had them, and I've lost them. They blew off and rolled down the road somewhere. I can't find them anymore. But yeah, the amount of power it's got now is like unbelievable. The guy that told me to do it, he said he had a drag with a 1100 Yamaha road bike, and he bet him for the first 100 metres. Like he was in front, big, like lots. And you know, now I believe it. I reckon if someone else was on my 1100 and I was on that 900, I'd beat the 900 off the mark easy too. Because unbelievable, it's just so fast now. So fast. And just idling around town, she's quiet, as it always was. You know, you can't hear it. You'd swear that it had all its baffles in just going through the gears around town. But as soon as you open it up into that, I don't know, probably a couple of grand range, we haven't got a tacho on it, but you know, I can imagine what it'd be doing. You get that real throaty Harley Davidson sound. Someone said to me the other day, you know, that sounds like a Harley. It's unbelievable. And usually you can't get Harley sounds out of Japanese bikes. They just don't sound like a Harley, but this thing apparently does, now that I've belted the baffles and fixed the air cleaner. But yeah, anyone that's got one, I suggest to you, don't spend the $600 on the aftermarket pipes, waste the money. Just belt the baffles out of it. And what you do is you just measure. If you have a look over the top of the chrome there, you'll see the back baffle bit go down. You measure how long that is and mark it on your pipe so you don't bash the pipe in that far that you knock the end out of your bloody, you know, punch another hole in halfway down your bloody baffle bit on your bike. So measure it and just belt it in until it doesn't go any further, and pull it out. And yeah, fantastic sound. Sounds like a Harley Davidson. Goes like Superman. Unbelievable. I'll get my GoPro on one day on my helmet and just show you how quick it gets off the mark. And you know, and it's got legs. It just keeps going and going and going. And these people would talk about you know, at 100, you know, they rev their guts out at 100. I think they mean 100 mile an hour, because you know, you can do 120, 140 on that thing, and it doesn't rev at all. So I would have to say, when they say 100, they must be talking about 160 Ks, because you know, I can't fold it. It's not revving its guts out like everyone else reckons it is. So I wouldn't bother about going in the aftermarket with the extra 2 teeth on it to give it more top end, unless you wanted to sit on 180 all day, I guess. But oh, unbelievable. The power, I cannot believe how much power it's got. Like I said, she wants the mono, and it's a lot of weight up the bloody front of her, but she fairly lifts that wheel. Incredible. Absolutely bloody incredible. I'm so wrapped with it. You wouldn't believe such a small thing could make a bloke so happy. But yeah, she's beautiful. Mind you, it's a bit dirty now compared to what it used to be. I really need to give it a wash. It's been rain in here, and bloody all my driveway's dirt and gets mud and shit all over it. So I'm going over when it gets you know, a bit warmer here and things dry up and we don't have the rain anymore. I'm going to go over to the next town. They've got a good car wash over there with degreaser and all that shit on it, and give it a good pressure wash and clean her right up, and then bring her home, like give her a chamois and then bring her home and put the cover on it. And trouble is, I ride it that much, it's going to piss me off pulling the cover on and off. But yeah, unbelievable. Rex, ever talk to your dad? Get him to pull the baffles out and drill 3 or 4 holes, you know, this big in the air cleaner, either on the side or at the back, it doesn't matter. The only thing is, on the side you can see it, but who gives a shit, it's getting cold air. And I tell you, that bike will go hard. Like, it is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous power it's got. Unbelievable. Here I was thinking, oh, you know, 52 horsepower, that's all they got. And geez, that's going to be pretty doggy. And getting around town, it was fairly doggy. It went all right. But now, like I said, it's got an easy 100 horsepower. And, you know, the cracker behind me's got 150, but it's got more top end than it has down low. And this thing's just down low. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, it's made me a very happy man. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.